Rain, rain, and more rain. Right now, Hampton Roads is getting soaked thanks to a massive storm blowing across the U.S. Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us. I'm Kristina Robinson.
And I'm Lucy Bustamante. Right now, Tim is tracking even more winter weather that is heading right for us. So, Tim, what are you thinking?
Yeah, I'm thinking a little more rain coming our way for the rest of the afternoon, and then again tonight, and then it transitions over to that wintry weather you were talking about, Lucy. We're looking at some snow here, transitioning over from northwest to south and east tomorrow morning to mid-morning to even early afternoon. We could see some minor accumulations here. Here's how it looks over the last 6 hours on radar. I want to let you know the Wakefield radar is down, so even though it's showing clear conditions across much of Hampton Roads, still some light rain falling there. It's just not being picked up by radar. So how much rain have we picked up so far? Well, a lot of areas since midnight have surpassed an inch and a quarter. In fact, officially at Norfolk International, 1.3 inches of rain already. We're going to add some more to that as we see the second phase develop here. Another coastal system with the parent low off to the north and west here will kind of share its energy to another developing storm there. It's going to fill back in the radar screen as we go through tonight. So here's radar now, pushes on out. Things kind of dry out for a little bit, and then we see the rain roll right back on in. And then this line here will head towards our area. We'll time it out for you coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, Tim, thank you. Well, it has happened again. Gunfire in a school sends 3 people to the hospital, including the shooter.
So this time it happened at Great Mills High School. That's about 70 miles southeast of D.C. So within the past half hour, deputies revealed the gunman is dead. This started just before the start of classes today, and that's when police say a male student fired at a female student. Another male student was also hit.
An armed school resource officer exchanged shots with the gunman. Administrators say that some students are still on lockdown inside of the high school. They will be bused to another school.
Our newsroom is working to gather more information for you right now. We'll have an update from Great Mills, Maryland in just under 15 minutes.
U.S. Marshals are looking for a man who has been on the run for more than 2 years now. They say that 54-year-old Daryl Fain is avoiding second-degree murder charges for Monique Landis's death. It happened in Portsmouth back in 2015. Police responded to an apartment on Gateway Drive in Portsmouth. And when they got there, they found Landis had been shot to death. Fain was charged with second-degree murder and a number of other charges for this incident. Investigators believe that he may have gone to New Jersey after the murder and may have also spent time in Florida. He also has ties to Northern Virginia and Maryland. If you know where Fain is, they want you to call the U.S. Marshals.
Now to a developing story in Portsmouth. A mother is recovering at the hospital after she was shot. So we're told she was hit in the upper thigh while picking her child up from school.
So police just told us a few moments ago that they do not believe she was intentionally targeted. In fact, this happened near Douglas Park Elementary School just before 4:30 yesterday afternoon. And 13 News Now reporter Elise Brown spoke to very worried parents.
A mom shot picking her kid up from school.
It's scary. It's very scary. I don't even.
As bullets flew outside of Douglas Park Elementary Monday, Shatera Williams was on her way to pick up her girls. That was at about 4:30, dismissal time.
They had the school on lockdown, so couldn't nobody go in and none of that like that. So it was just so much confusion going on yesterday. Like parents was like so scared.
Worrying about their own children, and the mother struck by at least one bullet while on the sidewalk. Police say she was hit on the lower half of her body as she went to go pick up her child from school. John Coleman's grandson heard the commotion.
He just said he was playing on the court and he heard a couple of pow-pows and he called, and then the school called.
Police blocked off the area near Grand and Shelby Street. While medics took the mom to the hospital, detectives went door to door trying to figure out what happened. The school district called in more police Tuesday morning.
Well, it's unfortunate anytime you have a shooting happen this close to school grounds, and especially when there's small children around.
Spokesman Scott Ziegler says they believe this is an isolated incident. Parents tell us they appreciate the steps the district and police are taking to ensure student safety.
They did not let nobody in. The officers did their job. It was just everything back to normal, schools back in business. I hope the parent is all right and safe, and so is the child.
In Portsmouth, Elise Brown, 13 News Now.
Norfolk police are investigating the death of a 15-year-old boy as a homicide. He was found unresponsive inside his home on Corporal Avenue yesterday afternoon. That is near Norfolk State University. Medics later pronounced him dead. Neighbors tell us that they are shocked.
It's devastating. It's a mess, you know. I couldn't stand to see a parent lose a child. Yes, they're very good people, yes. No trouble, don't see no type of drama or nothing coming from that house.
Oh, police were on the scene for hours. They are still investigating this. If you know anything that could help, they want you to call the crime line. That number is 1-888-LOCK-YOU-UP.
13 News Now has learned the Oceana-based squadron involved in last week's deadly mishap in Florida will return to Hampton Roads tomorrow. Lieutenant Commander James Johnson and Lieutenant Caleb King were killed when their Super Hornet crashed near an NAS Key West last week during training. Witnesses say the jet exploded just before landing. The Navy is still investigating what went wrong.
The Navy is considering a deal with Newport News Shipbuilding that could mean more stability for local shipbuilders. The Navy is proposing a block buy of 2 aircraft carriers from Huntington Ingalls. By ordering 2 of them at once, the Navy could save upwards of $2.5 billion. Virginia Senators Tim Kaine and Mark Warner both support the proposal, saying that it would save taxpayer dollars and boost the local economy. Newport News Shipbuilding is expected to respond to the proposal by this fall.
The legal battle over storing 3 million tons of coal ash in Virginia is headed to a federal appeals court. The coal ash is byproduct of a retired Dominion plant in Chesapeake. A federal judge ruled last year that arsenic is flowing from a site and is polluting surrounding waters. The judge said Dominion violated the U.S. Clean Water Act, but the discharge does not pose a threat to public health or the environment. The 4th U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals will hear arguments on this case tomorrow.